F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh
What?
out.
What up? What up?
What's
What up?
good?
Special guest featuring
Come on, man.
Dope in the building.
Let's be clear. Hold on. Let's be clear. Let's be good. Don isn't a graphic designer. I told somebody we got Don as dope. Oh, graphic. I said no. He is a visual alchemist. Let's be
There you
clear.
go. There you go.
Let them know.
You know what I'm saying? New York, D.C., Miami, Sacktown. Dude is dope. Hey, celebrities is copping the art. He's everywhere. He's in the Spike Lee. He's on the studio. Don is dope, man. What is good, man?
Hey, thank y'all brothers for having me. For real. It's an honor to be on with y'all, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Before we go in, I just gotta show people what's going down. We're gonna come back to it, but let's be clear.
So man.
This is the dude.
Man.
This is the dude right here. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
So we can't have we can't have the designer on without showing what he does, man. This is what he does. And if you look at his art, like when I first saw it, I think I was looking for something and I saw the currency situation that you did. Then of course later on I saw shout out to Spitter. Then I saw the Black History stuff you was doing. I said, hold on, this dude is cold.
I appreciate
Next thing I know, we see the apparel, we seeing all kind of stuff that you doing, man. Like, first of all, like, where did your love of art come from? And like, what are some of your influences growing up when you were, learning your skill set?
Oh man, that's a question. Again, first of all, I gotta thank y'all for having me on. I love what y'all doing. I love y'all platform.
Man.
Honor to be a guest.
No doubt.
Man, that's a question that I get asked so often, and every time I gotta really I try to give the most honest answer, but it always ends with the same thing. It's like I can't remember a time in my life when I wasn't doing something creative, when I wasn't drawing, when I wasn't painting, or when I wasn't making movies with my toys, or just something. You know what I mean? Like my imagination was crazy, from day one. And what's even crazier is, there was nobody really in my family. I don't come from like a necessarily artistic background.
Okay.
So to speak. I had one aunt who was a painter. I had another aunt who was a poet. She's been in Essence and different publications. She put out a book.
Okay.
And then my pops, who was a drummer, was the road drummer for the Chambers Brothers. Y'all know the song "Time Has Come Today." It's in Crooklyn.
Okay. Yeah.
He was their drummer, and
wow.
he did a little stuff. Forgive me, that's my 6-month-old in the background.
It's all good.
It's all love. It's all love.
But it was just something that I always did. I always was drawing. I always was cutting pictures out of magazines. I was always putting stuff together. And then my pops had this dope collage in our living room.
Okay.
And it was Ali. And it was made of nothing but newspaper clippings. And I would just sit there. I'm like 6, 7 years old, just sitting there analyzing this thing. And it was like really symmetrical, and it was like telling a story, you know what I'm saying? I had a crown on, and he's, Joe Frazier is the greatest in the world next to me, Ali. It was hard. And then, years later, when I started really doing collages and people asked me where I get the influence from, I really had to think back, like, yo, it was my pops' Ali collage.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, I know I said a lot, but that's pretty much like the genesis of it,
Okay. Well, brother, that is so phenomenal, man. And it's definitely paid off with you being the patriarch of sorts when it comes to the family member of grand artistic ability. So salute to you as well as your peoples, man, for their achievements. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of art, let's talk about the culture of art for a moment, if you don't mind. Could you let us know the culture of art and how it is where you live, which is in Sacramento, right? How is the culture out there when it comes to art compared to your former stomping grounds, and which was what, Florida, Washington D.C, and your birth grounds in NY.
Great places, by the way.
Yeah, wonderful places. Wonderful places.
So
Yeah.
just to set the record straight, right? I was actually born in DC.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
And then my whole family, mother and father side, of native New Yorkers. So I was in New York for a time, and then we all kind of migrated to Florida.
All right. All right. All right.
Daytona Beach, Florida first, and then I eventually went down further south to, like, I lived in Fort Lauderdale, West Palm. I was in Miami all the time.
Okay.
To answer your question about the art scene, so so in Sac, I'll start here.
Okay.
What attracted me to Sacramento is that there is a budding art scene, and unbeknownst to me at the time, it's like a really progressive place for young Black creatives and entrepreneurs. It's like fertile ground for something new, you know, because it's been kind of wedged between San Francisco, LA, you know, you can even throw Vegas in there because I'm not too far away from the strip, you know what I'm saying? But Sacramento has its like own identity, and I just really love, like, it's like a big city, but it has like a tight knit community, and if they fuck with you, they'll really rally around you, support you, you know. And I've linked up with a lot of great people, just very, you know, genuine, and they've supported what I've done, and you know. I definitely feel like, I didn't think I would. I always felt like I'd be a fish out of water here, but I feel right at home here, and a lot of it, and because I've been embraced so genuine. And then so prior to me being here, I was running around with my brothers in South Florida, and I got to shout out my brother Jamal Clark, the visualist. He's an artist down in the South Florida area, originally from Philadelphia. He's down there doing his thing.
Shout out Philly.
Yeah, no doubt. And then, so we used to go down to, I don't know if y'all familiar with Wynwood Walls in Miami.
All day. Yeah, all day.
So before it really like blew up and was popping everywhere, and before Fab did the video down there, like we were down there like sort of like when it was just getting going, and you know, we would see a lot of really dope stuff, and we was like, yo, like, do people know about this shit? Like, there's some amazing shit. Like, so that definitely informed a lot of my art now. And then I want to say, you know, DC is always just culturally just abundant with, you know, everything you can imagine. And when I was in DC, because that's where I really got started, I just had the good fortune of just being there at a really beautiful time in life, yo. Like, I was there, I witnessed Barack Obama's inauguration. I was just being put on to a lot of different really cool stuff in the city, and a lot of great people. And I even got my first, I guess you could say, my first celebrity client there. Huggy Lowdown. I don't know if y'all familiar with Huggy. He's a comedian from DC.
Remember Hug?
That's my brother. That's my OG. And he was the first person who like really gave me the confidence, like, yo, you could do this on your own, bro. Like, you don't need to work in fast signs anymore. Getting, you know what I mean, doing signs. So yeah, that was really where it started. And I can definitely say each place that I've lived, and then New York goes without saying, you know, it just goes without saying. But each place that I've, you know, lived and, you know, just been sort of enveloped in like the culture, I've taken a piece of it with me, and always comes back somewhere. I always reference it, so it always ends up somewhere in the art.
Nice.
Well, and this is the thing too, like this, just us speaking with you, man, is like people they gotta salute you different from the beginning of this year to now. Like, I've seen you, I've been watching your IG, I've been seeing your moves, and we've just been fans from a distance. This is why we wanted to speak to you. But let's be clear, everybody has to put respect on your name. Donisdope. It, like, you've been doing so many collabs, a lot of celebs been like reaching out to you. So we got one that we wanted to show, which was Fab having on the had on the Nipsey joint, you know what I'm saying? And not this thing, there's a million pictures of him wearing your stuff. Like, he got like every shirt, you know what I'm saying? And I know you don't consider your apparel brand clothing, you consider it just walking art, you know, that they can wear, you know what I'm saying? But how did you get connected with Fab, man? Because again, Fab is one of them dudes, he knows fashion. So for him to rock your stuff the way that he does, it's special.
So listen. First of all, Fab is probably the sole reason why I kept going with the merch.
Okay.
Shout out to Fab, by the way.
Fab is quintessential, just hands down. Like, he don't even know it, but he was like my number one supporter in this shit. You know what I mean? And he was just like off the love. So what happened was, even before the Nipsey shirts, the dope one started. It was a conceptual art project that I was going to do. I can't think of the IG name, but I think it's like something remix or something, where they take pictures and they might add like Biggie and
V-Mix. That's I got V-Mix. Yeah.
Around the time when he started, and I wasn't on game at that time. I wasn't put up on the site or the page, but I was trying to do that too. I was basically doing the same thing that V-Mix was doing. And my thing was, I had a picture of Michael Jackson sitting on a burgundy Mercedes-Benz at Havenhurst. And I had never seen this picture before. It was some G shit. I was like, Mike just posted on the Benz. You know what I mean? I never saw it. And he has on a red jacket. And I'm like, yo, how crazy would it be? Because it's like around the same time period. How crazy would it be if he had on some Bread Ones? So I photoshopped the Bread Ones and I just made sure like it looked really authentic, like it could have been in the realm of possibility. And that shit just took off, man. That shit.
So hold on. You the dude that made that picture.
You know the picture. That was me.
Yes, bro. I know the picture. He got the old school Cali plate on the front. And it says "Go."
It says "Go." Yep. I did that. I had the
crazy
files, and then I did it in blue because people started bootlegging the shit and pointing it off as their own, and I'm like, nah.
Exactly. I didn't know where the origin of that came from.
I did that, yo.
Crazy.
That was the birth of everything, honestly. Wow. And I was sitting on that picture for a while, and then I'm like, yo, I gotta put the ones on it just to see.
That joint went viral.
It went viral straight up. I've seen that shit bootlegged in like China, and you know what I mean, like. It's been everywhere.
Yeah, it has. Seriously.
And so I think the following year after I did it, Fab posted it on Michael Jackson's birthday. And what I did was I immediately flooded his comment section. I did dopeones.com. I did that like on everyone before Instagram started flagging people. I was on it. And then so by the end of it, I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna just send this nigga a DM. Send him a DM like, yo, Fab, I would love to send you something. I've been a fan since day one. What's good? I got you. Like, let me know what you want. So I started sending him a bunch of pictures, and he responded. He was like, I'll take this one. So I ended up sending him a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I think he only wore one shirt, and that one shirt I did a vector of Mike in the Billie Jean video.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And he got the tux on and stuff.
Yeah. So
swag. I got him wearing Concord 11s in that one. Till this day, I'll forever just be eternally grateful for Fab, because let me tell you what he did. Not only did he wear it and take pictures in it, but he performed in Vegas in that shirt and styled his out. He had the 11s on. He had a vest on, the shirt, and it was like perfect. You could see the graphic. Yeah. And then he had the Concords, and he took video. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. I must have ran them like 100 times after that. And from there, it kind of just took off, man. So again, shout out to Fab.
Shout out.
All day.
Man.
Is there anybody that you desire to work with moving forward? Like, is there like a next up, I want to work with X person or Y person or Z person?
Absolutely.
Like next up.
So like, you mean like a celebrity in the same round as like that? I mean, Nas is my favorite rapper of all time.
Come on, man. Shout out to Esco, man.
More than collab with Nas. I mean, if I get, if a miracle happens, maybe Hov, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. Salute to Hov too.
Cole, I mean, I've been in touch with Rick Ross.
Okay.
I did a piece that he really liked. I did a couple pieces that he really liked. So that might happen, but yeah, it's a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we put the link. We put the link in the chat, man. So
cool.
again, the dopeones.com, man. Go check it out. And like I said, I'm copying some stuff, man. Regardless, man, it's hot. And like
it is.
Where did your love for hip hop come from? Because again, when you see the art, and like I said, let me pull up just so everybody knows the detail that you kind of go in. This is the one that I first saw, and I was like, yo, he cut all that stuff out.
Shout out.
Then he's moving everything. He's coloring stuff. He's taking the eyes out. Then he's zooming in. Like, and then I saw, I want to say it was a lot of people steal your stuff. I want to say the Source took your stuff. Rock the Bell. Shout out to LL took your stuff.
No, Rock the Bell. See, I actually have a relationship with them.
Okay, there you go. Okay,
I do some stuff with them, so it's all good. It's all love with Rock the Bells.
Yeah, no, well, it's all love anyway because they give you love. Everybody giving you shine, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once I saw it on a couple, I'm like, hey man, this dude blowing up. Then next thing we heard about the Spike Lee situation, man. How did that come about? Because that's that's crazy right there.
Crazy is an understatement.
Crazy, man. Spike Lee.
Come on,
listen, right? Spike is without question like my creative hero. He's like my artistic hero. Without question, he has been a staple not only in my life, but just in my family. You know, my aunt used to live not too far from him when he had his first. When 40 Acres was like a renovated firehouse, I think.
Okay.
Near Curren Hill, and she would see him all the time. And this was like early days, like Jungle Fever days. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Spike was always, a constant. Just in my life. From the movies to Jordan to just his influence in culture and pop culture in the 90s, which is what I'm a product of, So people always be like, yo, how did you link with Spike? I'm like, well, I manifested that shit. Spike, top of the list, you know what I mean? So his birth, like I always try to coordinate pieces with people's like whatever, something celebratory, whether it be a birthday or anniversary of something, whatever. So I try to coordinate things according to, to that. So was it 2020? It was 2021. So it was a year ago. Yeah. So a year ago on his birthday. His birthday is right after mine. Mine's March 17th. His March 20th.
Okay.
I knew I was going to do something for Spike. I just didn't know what. Okay. I got like a last minute like spark of inspiration. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do like a collage that almost looks like a painting. I don't know if the painting part came across, but I did a collage. And I just tagged him in it, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think anything of it. It was just I was just showing love to, my hero, you know what I mean? And sees it because I knew somebody who had worked with him, and I did know that it wasn't unlikely of him to at least comment on somebody's pieces on Instagram or even reach out to them. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna just put it out there. That shit went low-key viral.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So I want to say the next day I'm driving to the DMV, just hella frustrated because I got to spend mad bread on getting all my cars registered and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm at a red light and I just happen to click on my email and it says, "Hey, this is Spike. Great work. Let's connect." And then I look at the email. I look up. I look at it again. I'm like, this ain't Spike. So I get to the DMV. I'm in the parking lot. I respond. I'm like, yo, if this is Spike, give me your number and call me. And then so 5 minutes later, I get a response. And he's like, it is Spike, and I am going to call you. Sure enough, I think I was in the DMV waiting. He called, and he hit me up.
Wow.
Like, Spike hit me back, and I get back. And he calls me and he says, he loves the piece, but he wants to do an expanded version. He wants to do like the whole universe.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So over the course of the next month and a half, he's calling me like every morning.
That sound like Spike.
This is Spike Lee. What's up? I know who this is, Spike. 3 days. Yeah, put Queenie in there, the dog, and put Madonna in there, and just like everybody. And it just turned into something completely different from what it was, because originally his face was the focal point, and it was just giving him his flowers. I want to say, like, you know, I was really trying to, like, you know, harp on the fact that he had just won an Oscar and long overdue, you know what I'm saying? And by the time we started collabing, he was like, you know, take me out, take the Oscar out. Like, Spike is really humble. Like, his humility is inspiring, and especially at his stature, you know, someone as iconic as Spike Lee, you know, he didn't have to call me directly. Like, he was calling me directly and giving me, you know, he was directing me, you know, he was giving me direction and telling me exactly what he wanted. And, you know, obviously I put my twist on it and, you know, might have added different people here and there. Like, it's so funny. He had like 30, 40 people, and I get done with everybody. And I'm like, Spike, you ain't put your sister in it. You ain't put your people here. You know what I'm saying? Or his brother. But he was like, oh man, see, that's why we working together.
That's what's up, right there.
Yeah, man. So we wrap up, and, you know, he's like, bet. Now I'm gonna put you in touch with Fuse. I'm like, who? Fuse. Who? Fuse. It was literally like the commercial.
Wow.
Like, Fuse. So Fuse, shout out my brother Fuse. Fuse is basically like Spike's right-hand man at 48. And Fuse,
shout out Fuse.
A great individual, Fuse Green. And what Fuse did was let me know, okay, Spike loves this piece. He's about to put it on the front of the office. I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? He gonna put it on the front of the office, like at 40 acres? Like, like, yeah, he is. So I need you to send it to me in these dimensions, and we're gonna get it up. And so I'm like, okay. So I sent him the email. 2 days later, it's up, and my life ain't been the same since.
Wowzers.
Crazy.
That's monumental right there, man. And you still aren't down for you're still not down from that moment to this day, are you?
I'm not. And it's still up. That's the crazy part. Like,
it
goes out every 5-6 months. It's over a year now. It's still up. Like, it's crazy.
I got a little bit of it like here.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's crazy, man.
It's
like
mega crazy.
How many hours do you think you put into that?
Yo, I could not tell you. I lost count because I did 2 versions, right? So I did the first one, and that took a minute. I know I was up for 24 hours doing that one because I didn't get it done on his birthday. I think I got it done like 2 days later. And then when we started to expand it, I basically had to redesign it. But what Spike doesn't know, and what a lot of people don't know, is if you go on my page and you look at it, there's like a hidden message in it, because my favorite film is Malcolm X of his, just in general. It was the first movie I remember, like, we had to sit down and watch it. You know what I'm saying? I remember it was a giant black box with 2 discs in it. And it just said, you know, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to pay homage to Malcolm X. So in the top left-hand corner, Denzel is in the you know, praying pose.
There.
Yep. Yeah. But the way that the figures in the actual is in X. You can see the X, and I did that on purpose.
Yes.
To signify, you know, what I consider Spike's magnum opus.
That is awesome. Exclusive information, ladies and gentlemen.
This is why you're gonna fresh out.
This is. So
what? I didn't even get a chance to tell Spike that. Spike didn't even know.
Well, Spike, if you're watching, shout out to Nino Beige. And Spike, if you're watching, give the man another call and you know, show your appreciation. If you don't mind, brother. But you know, speaking of masterpieces such as this one, and like all of your others, really, what is that one custom piece of artwork that you haven't put together yet, but it's right up here? What is that? If you don't mind sharing.
So I honestly couldn't tell you what it is, because I don't know. Because honestly, when I'm creating stuff, it's really very stream of conscious. It's like whatever comes to me, like whatever, if something inspires me. But I can tell you this: my favorite piece, aside from the Spike joint, the favorite piece of art that I have done I haven't released it yet.
Okay.
And it's because it's for somebody else. It's for a relatively well-known artist. I mean, I'll just say it's for Consequence. Y'all know Consequence.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out Congress. Yeah, shout out Town.
He's the
All
Consequence.
day. Shout out Touch.
I did something for Consequence that's really special, and it's like really the most ambitious thing that I've ever done, really. Because when he approached me about it, he wanted me to do something, and I'm like, Cons, I can't do that. Like, I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? It sounds dope, but I don't think I'm the right person. Nah. Like, he kept like being like, nah, it's you. You got to do it. And so I had to teach myself how to do this as I created it for him. And it's, you know, it's crazy. He got a new album coming out. He just put out Bloodstain, produced by Kanye. I'm not sure when he's letting this thing go, but hopefully soon. But it's definitely the thing that, you know, I'm most proud of thus far, aside from the Spike collage, because it was really ambitious in scale, and I just did not know how to do it at the onset. And I taught myself a valuable lesson, like, don't ever say no. You know what I mean? Like, say yes. If it feels like it's worthwhile and it's with somebody you want to do something with, don't close the door on it. Even if you don't know shit about how to do it, find a way. You know what I'm saying? Find a way and keep going.
Jules. Well, this is the thing too. If you look at like all your artwork and what you do, I always see greatness in everything that you do, like the Nipsey joint, the Prince joint, MJ, both MJs, 23 and Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, where does that? I mean, then, but I also see like, my guy, man, that you did. Dang, Blank Man. You did some Blank Man stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So it's all over the place.
They all were cold.
Your keen sense of culture and greatness is crazy. Like, where would you does that inspire you, or how do you put the greatness into your pieces, man, and feed off those great artists and great actors and actresses?
I mean, honestly, bro, I just do what touched me. You know, it's like, I try to look forward, but I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't pine for like the old days, for like, you know, nostalgia. So I'm trying to capture a feeling with the art. I'm trying to capture that feeling I had, you know, the first time I saw Blank Man, and how funny I love and Live in Color, and I love Damon Wayans. And anything he did, I love, whether it was Age of Pain, Bulletproof, whatever, Bamboozled, you know what I mean? Just, I think like what my artwork, a part of it is celebrating those legends, you know, especially, you know, in our culture, because they're kind of few and far between, you know, don't get enough credit, like a Robert Townsend, for example, you know.
That Meteor Man was cold too.
Meteor Man, come on, man. You can't even find that now. Like, that's not streaming anywhere. People don't even know about it. So you know, I just really try to be honest and pull out those things that left an impression on me as a kid coming up. And, you know, I'm still hanging on to that. You know, I'm hanging on to that feeling of, you know, buying some J's for the first time and opening them up. You know what I mean? Just that whole experience. Like, that means something. And I feel like kids today I don't know. I can't even say kids today don't have that, because they do have it in other ways. But for our generation, like, I feel like a lot of us are trying to find that in some way, you know, or hang on to that in some way, because it's like, it's innocence. It's like, we live in a crazy ass world right now, and it's like a reminder of like a simpler time, you know, a time just you know, embrace culture and celebrate it, and not feel any type of way about it other than like joy, you know, or just happiness. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a huge factor in what I create. And so yeah, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you for that too, by the way. Thank you for everything. So not only do you do art, but you also have your own platform online, right? Yeah, you have your own podcast / YouTube channel, right? Can you tell everybody the name of that platform? And along with that, what made you come up with wanting to do it, or just the whole ambiance of it in general, and
So
what the inspiration was behind it.
okay, so let me just say this, right? Salute to y'all, brothers, because you're clearly maximizing your platform, right?
Hey, salute
I don't even
back.
feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like I have nurtured that enough to even really speak on it, because I have so many different things I got my hands in.
Okay.
Yeah.
To try to answer your question, I did it for the same reasons y'all are doing it, to highlight our culture, speak about it, find out what makes people motivated, and to hopefully motivate others. Because what I wanted to do with the Dope Ones podcast was just making an extension of my brand, which is celebrating creators and entrepreneurs, particularly Black and brown creators and entrepreneurs. So that's all I've had on my show, whether it be real estate moguls, or artists, fine artists, friends of mine who are doing Black foodies, and my area out here in Sac, just trying to highlight them and give them their flowers, But I don't feel, I just feel like I haven't put enough into it. I want to get back to it, because when I set out to do it initially, I was just like totally out of my comfort zone, because I like being behind the scenes more or less. But when I did it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I can talk and highlight someone who's doing something dope, who I admire and inspired by. So why not? It's like a win-win. And it was COVID, so I couldn't go outside.
Go nowhere. Yeah, you can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Everybody else was doing it. So I said, you know what? Let me just try my hand at this. And it, like, for the amount of people that I've had and the content that I've been able to talk about, I feel like it was really something dope. But I don't think I nurtured it enough. So I want to get back to it.
Hey, this is the thing. The podcast, I've been digesting all the episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
First of all, obviously, your vision is beautifully done. It looks amazing. I see the Miami. I see the colors that you always talk about. I see it in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy. And he's got some of the dopest people on there, man. I've met some people just through your interacting with you and somebody doing this, and I saw him on the podcast, and now we just exchange niceness and all that. But the podcast is amazing, and everybody has to go check it out. The Dope Ones on YouTube is amazing, man. And I'm trying to get everybody to go check it out, man. It's amazing.
Really appreciate that.
Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Hit that sub, that notification bell, and that like button to that man's channel. It's really dope.
Putting that in the chat right now.
Yeah. And real quick, what I like about it is the fact that it's giving. It's flowers based, just like how you do with your artwork. So I just wanted to put that out there. And that's another reason why we wanted to interview you as well, because it's also beneficial for you to receive them at times. And that's what we want to do as we're doing tonight. So I just wanted to put that in your spirit, man.
That's love. I can't thank y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank
you. No doubt.
My last thing, man, is I even saw you go from the artwork to the moving art / apparel. We're seeing murals. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the podcast is crazy. Anything you touch, you the Midas man. Everything you touching is going to gold. What's next for Don is Dope? What's next, man?
I just want to do it all.
I see, but you're good at it though.
Thank you, man. For real. I don't want to get in too deep. I don't want to get in too over my head. Like, I don't want to have too many things where, again, like with the podcast, I'm not giving it enough attention, but I want to be able to sort of bring all of those together and be more cohesive about them, so that, like, the podcast gives me some content over here that can promote the shirts and the artwork and network, and hopefully I want to get out and touch the people more, because I feel like I've been inside a lot. I ain't been outside a lot. I try to every once in a blue moon, but I'm not outside enough. But ultimately, aside from that, I found like a real love for putting together these visuals, and I got to shout out Spitter again. I got to shout out Currency again, who is another. We'll see with Currency. I'm just touch on this real quick. It was another instance, like kind of like Spike, where you're such a fan of somebody. Like I really like early 2010s. I really got into Currency because I could see genuinely the kind of artist he was, and especially coming from New Orleans, where we know the brand of New Orleans rap music. And shout out to it because it's legendary.
Right.
Cash Money to Young Money, so on and so forth, of which he was involved with every one of those.
Yeah.
The only one. And there's a reason for it because he's like unique. He has a very singular perspective and it's honest. It's him. And so, I mean, this was a dude who, like, after CDs were obsolete, I was still buying Currency CDs.
Yeah.
Bobbing out to them shits, And then so for it to come full circle, for him to hit me up and be like, yo, man, what you do is incredible. We got a link. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Like, how long I've been wanting to link up with you? I started showing him shit that I was doing 5, 6, 7 years ago of him. And so he just gave me not only the opportunity, but the freedom to just go crazy. And, he's like, bro, I got this song. I just want you to put your touch on it. And that song was Signature Move. Prior to that, though, he sent me a song from Pilot Talk 4 before it came out. But I think I was a little intimidated, so I didn't do a whole video. I just kind of animated that collage I showed earlier.
Okay.
But he was like, nah, bro, I want you to do a whole visual. And so I was like, yo, this gotta be the one. Before that Consequence thing that I mentioned to you, Signature Move is right up there as far as like the things that I'm most proud of.
Okay.
That was something that I hadn't done anything like that. And for him to not only just give me the opportunity, but he just gave me total autonomy. He's like, yo, do your thing. I don't have no direction. Just do whatever you feel. Do what the song, tells you. And we gonna fuck with it. But he saw it. Like, he just went crazy. Like, he kept posting clips. I'm like, yo, don't post it. Like, it's not ready yet.
Shout out Spitter, man. Hey, Spitter's one of my favorites, man. Real talk.
Man.
Real talk, man.
Legend. So. And still getting better. Like, So, every project since then, he's hit me up like, I need you to do something.
That's what's up, man.
Just did one off of Spring Clean 2.
Okay.
Don't wait on it. I just posted something on my social media. So I don't know, man. I think I'm sorry, this is long-winded. I know.
No, man,
go ahead, bro.
You the only thing on the bill tonight, man. We talking to you. We talking to Donnie.
It's all about you. It's all about you, brother.
Appreciate it, man. I don't want to lean on too much, but
no, man, we talking to you tonight, man.
That's love. Nah, I appreciate it. So like I want to see that evolve. Like, I don't know if it's like movies or documentaries or definitely want to do more videos, but I want to implement kind of that same style of like motion graphics plus other footage to just convey a lot of different messages in one, or just not even a lot of messages. It could be one singular message, but just communicated in a lot of different ways. And doing that for Currency opened up a whole new like lane of creativity for me. So I'm like, damn, not only could I do this, but I could go back and like put visuals to videos that I always wish came out.
Yeah.
Like, just do a lot of cool things with it. And so I definitely think motion graphics are going to be more of a staple for me.
Nice. Yeah.
And especially because like video is king now. Everything is transitioning into video. So
it is.
You know what I mean? So I want to do it in like I want to take a different approach to it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to do video, but do it with my aesthetic. You know what I mean?
Hey, but this is the thing, man. I would love to see your artwork on that King Disease 3.
Oh, what?
We gonna manifest it today.
Oh man,
we gonna manifest it today.
Let's manifest that, bro.
I would love to see, even if you didn't do the artwork, that you did one video for Hit Boy and Nas, man.
Something, yo. And
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if y'all saw it, but I did a crazy Nas collage that I was hoping was going to get to him. A lot of people saw it, but I didn't get no feedback from Nas. He might actually he might have liked it. I gotta go back and see, but I didn't get a chance.
Knowing Nas, he liked it. But like I said, he be in the lab and moving. He moves, man.
He's not.
He's not. He moving.
Living legend. And I did one for what's the other joint he did? Magic.
Yeah.
I did a joint for just a collage for Magic because I thought that was crazy. Nothing there, but it's all good. You gotta keep going, you know.
That's it. So
I'm definitely.
I see you doing something with Nas, though. I see you doing something.
I do too.
Because again, man, I see hip hop, and I see your style of what you do, and the time you put into it. Where I see the Will Smith joint that you did. Oh my God! If y'all haven't saw the Will Smith situation that he did,
that's dope. That's dope too.
Thank you, man. I wanted that to be his book cover, but shout out to Baltimore. I forget homie's name, Mike B2 Mike, who did his cover. It's dope. But yeah,
did Will like that joint?
The one that I did, nah.
Yeah.
So a lot of his people saw his.
I'm about to say a lot of his was reposting.
Like his right hand man saw Charlie first out the limo or something.
Yeah, shout out to Charlie.
Yeah, so he saw that, and I don't think it got to Will.
Will had a lot of stuff going on this year. You know, shout out to Will. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Will.
Everything took off. And you even had some shit going on during that. So you right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out Will, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a real one.
Yeah.
Shout out Will, definitely.
Man, we definitely appreciate you, man, because we all believe that as creators, we feel the necessity and understand the importance of the art speaking above us, right? But the flip side of that at the same time, oftentimes or sometimes, is the fact that we oftentimes need to hear from the creator, him or herself. Mm-hmm. And in this case, that is you, Donna's Dope. And we definitely appreciate you, man. Any last words, pearls of wisdom that you would like to share to fellow artists or just the people in general that's watching or going to watch this this video?
Yeah, 2 words. Keep going. That's it.
Keep going.
Just keep going. Don't get discouraged. Don't get caught up in trying to compare yourself to, whoever. Like, just keep going and keep your vision, at the forefront of your mind. And I guarantee you're going to get to that destination and beyond. And I got to just thank y'all again. You know what I mean? Just having me on your platform is really an honor. And I'm a fan now of you brothers. So believe me, absolutely be shouting y'all out every chance I get, posting.
Likewise.
Because I really appreciate what y'all doing, man.
I got one more baby question, man.
Yeah,
this is round. This is well, this thing, like, most dudes that I know, man, real talk, they don't show their kids up. Like, you really champion being a father, man. Like, what's your advice for other cats, man, that are still trying to do their purpose, but being that father figure, man, like the way you are? Because I know you're amazing with your kids.
Thank
you. Know what I'm saying? So, like, what's your advice on that, man? Especially with the Black family or just the family in general, man. Like, it's rough right now.
No, definitely. It definitely is. And that was a part of, like, just being conscious of being a father, knowing, where, Black fathers and brown fathers and, fathers from our community are in a lot of ways absent, or not as hands-on, or, don't feel like they can integrate, parenthood with whatever endeavors they're trying to, pursue. And that's usually my advice. Like, no, you got to flip that on his head, and, you got to be a man first. And a part of that means if you bring children into this world, they're your responsibility, and you have to nurture them, and they're a reflection of you. So when I became a dad, I knew where my priorities were. Like, it forces you to, if you don't, then you got to take a long look in the mirror. And I think if you can just, like, cause my kids are like my muses, they're my living, walking inspiration. Like, Currency has a line and Don't Wait on It. He's like a living, breathing reason for me to keep going, and when you can use your children as not only inspirations, just personally on a personal level, but also creatively, because, like, my kids have, like, designed shirts for me, and
wow,
they could.
That's dope.
work, like seriously. You know, they're all artists. You know, their mom is an artist. And, you know, and I know that's not going to be the case. You know, your kids might not be into what you're into necessarily, but if you can't look at your child and look at how precious, you know, new life is and how it's just infinite potential and use that to motivate you as a man and as a person, then, you know, you got a lot to work on, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's no judgment. I know everybody's situation is different, but make your kids first as much as possible and try to integrate them in your life as much as possible, because it's needed. It's desperately needed out here, you know. So
that's one thing I saw when we were doing the questions, man, for the night. I saw you with your sons a lot, man, and your kids, and you know, that's one thing that stood out, man, was like you just a good dad, man. You know, that's what you talked about with Joe Claire. He's a great dad, man. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to bring those dads back, you know what I'm saying? So and just be in the household serious, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
No job more important than that, man.
And this thing, and of course this thing, before you leave, we gotta know your top 5.
Oh man.
Artists of all time.
Oh man. Sweet.
Artists and artists.
Artists and artists?
Now, artists and artists. We gotta get that up before we get you out of here. We gotta know that.
Okay. So we'll start. We'll go to hip hop first.
Okay.
And it changes a lot.
Mine does too. Yeah.
It changes a lot. Oh man. Okay, so it's the first 4. Oh, it's cliche, I know, but it's not
good.
Okay,
big and Hove, but it's always that 5th spot that changes, right?
Back.
Okay. So when the verses happened with the Locks versus Dipset, it was Kiss at number 5.
You saw Kiss in the intro. You saw him in the intro.
Oh man, yeah. Kiss is just, I mean, that's somebody else who I would love to link with.
Back.
And then, you know, when Fab hit me up, it was Fab. When Currency hit me up, it was him. You know what I mean? That 5 spot has changed, but you know who I've really been like, I'll put him on and just work to, is Guru.
Ooh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Big gang fan, big Primo fan, and I just been listening to a lot of Guru lately.
The Militia.
His words always permeate and like just leave me with something, you know. So today I'll say it's Guru at number 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Respect.
Definitely.
Now for the artist, the other artist.
The other artist. Okay. So
yeah.
Oh, that's tough. So number 1, I gotta put my aunt Helen, who was a dope watercolor artist, Black artist. Sold her artwork. She was originally from New York. She migrated to PG County, Maryland, Glenarden to be exact. And she really she was the first person who she gave me like a lot of hands-on art training. I used to sit in her studio with her a lot. So that was really cool. Like, you know, even though I didn't have a lot of artistic people in my family and in my circle, she was enough. Like, she was everything. You know? So shout out to her. She passed on a couple years back, but
rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, no, definitely. She definitely gave me a lot of gems. So on Helen, Romare Bearden, I probably put at number 2.
Okay.
For those who aren't familiar with Romare Bearden, he was a big figure in the Renaissance or post-Renaissance art scene. He's a Black collage artist, but he looked like an old white man. Super talented, and he kind of like brought collage art, abstract collage art into the mainstream. And I'm seeing a lot of his stuff. I mean, I'm guilty of it too, of kind of bringing back his essence and like his approach. But I think his stuff is really, really powerful. You should check it out if you haven't. For your viewers, I know y'all familiar, but your viewers who hasn't checked out Romare Bearden. And then number 3, definitely got to say Basquiat. Even though I feel like I was on Basquiat, you know, way before.
Yeah, before it was cool.
Way before Basquiat stuff became trendy. But I really, the thing that I loved about Basquiat the most, it wasn't even necessarily his aesthetic, more so as his subject matter, you know, because he wasn't scared to, you know, depict, you know, like the what's the word I'm looking for? the contradiction of like a black policeman, or he was talking about white dealers exploiting black artists, and his artwork didn't pander to anybody. It was honest and it was him. So definitely Basquiat. What was that? That's number 3. So number 4, I'm a big fan of Romare. I said Romare Bearden of God damn, I can't. Who's homie who does Obey? Shepard Fairey.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Shepard.
Okay. Yeah.
I like Shepard Fairey a lot. Definitely like Shepard Fairey. And then last but not least, I really love Kehinde Wiley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was in DC when he had the exhibit, the hip hop exhibit in the Smithsonian.
Okay. Yeah.
I was blown away by that.
Nice.
So yeah, those are my top 5.
Nice.
I would love to see, like I said, I would love to see. I remember Snoop had that music video with Fab in it and Dave East, which Dave East rocks your swag too.
Yeah, shout out to
and
Dave.
Make a lot of money. And they had all the art in there. I was like, man, they need to do another. Yep. They need to do something like that with your swag, your work and your vision.
Yeah,
whatever
speak that into existence too.
Any artist that wants to rock, like I'm open, man. But for those guys who I admire, like my favorite artist, it's a dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm down to rock with whoever.
Now, how like if somebody wants something on the wall, they hit you up. Like how do they hit you up? Tell everybody how to get at you.
So like Cool from Cool and Dre DM me. Couple
Cool. Yeah, Miami all day.
He was just giving me a lot of great feedback on our artwork, and he asked for a piece for the studio. So we exchanged information, got him a piece of artwork. So just DM me, DM me on Instagram, or you can email me donisdope@gmail.com, or you could go to the website dopeones.com. I got a contact form on that, and like I'm just really humbled, by anyone who wants my art hanging in their home. So I'm more than excited to facilitate that in any way, you know what I'm saying? Or if you want custom pieces, whatever you need, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, this thing, if you're a hip hop fan, if you love the nostalgia of that 90s swag, you gotta go to his website. You got it already in the chat, and you have to cop some pieces. You know what I'm saying? We don't call it apparel, we call it pieces. But again, Don is dope. This dude's amazing, man. To me, he's the culture. When you think of art, to me, in my opinion, the next 5 years, is Don is dope. Period. Hip hop to me is you are the culture. And like I said again, the biggest thing we wanted to let our platform know, and anybody who sees this afterwards, is that your artwork, man, is still, but it moves. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like, because you see so many things. When you did the Jigga joint and you have pictures of him when he was a kid to now to the hair, it moves, bro. It moves, man. So again, thank you, man. Don is dope. It's not even next up, but he's that dude, and that's why we wanted to get him on before, like, he's in a jet. He's jetting it all over, man, doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I follow Alex Monopoly, right? And how he just moves and he paints helicopters and all that, right? Yeah. I see Don is dope doing that, man. Like somebody gonna call you and say, man, I want a car painted. I want this paint. I see you doing that, man. I see you being our Alexander Monopoly or just being Don is dope, period. And again, like I said, I see you really, your visuals, because when you do it once, everybody's gonna want it. Right. So again, when they saw that signature moves, I kind of saw that with the premiere situation a little bit on the cover. So, like I said, I see your artwork being implemented, and man, to me, that means you're iconoclast. You're doing things that are just amazing. Again, we just had to give you your flowers tonight, man. We don't got no topics tonight, and we just want to talk to you.
It's truly love, and I just can't thank y'all enough, honestly, because I'm still in a place in my life where all I'm really doing internally is like pushing myself to get better. You know what I'm saying? So I don't ever want to come off as like, oh yeah, I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? I never feel like that because I never ever want to get complacent, or I never ever want to lack humility. I always just want to get better. And you know, the goal is to really inspire at the end of the day. Like that's because this is the way I communicate, honestly, through my artwork. And you know, if you can't inspire, it's the highest form of currency. You know, the quote Nipsey, it's the highest human act. So that's the goal ultimately. So, you know, but I can't, you know, thank y'all enough for seeing the vision and recognizing that, you know, it's real genuine, you know, love and blood, sweat, and tears behind what I do. So thank y'all so much.
The hours you put it, you like we always talk about Robert Greene. We talk about that 10,000 hours, man. Like you put in about 50, 100,000, like
outliers. Malcolm Gladwell joint,
Anytime you like, I see your work, I'm like, this dude put in so much time into this, man. So it can't be duplicated, man. It's literally when you hear somebody's cadence when they flow. Like nobody can ever be Wayne. Nobody can ever be Spitter. Spitter can get on anything. It's just like that swag that he has. It's signature. So when I see your art, when I see you post something, I'm like, man, I wonder how much time you put in this thing. It's so dope. But again, thank you for coming on the platform, man. Like we got to tap in again, man. This year. We're gonna tap in.
Never, bro. Y'all just say the word is done. Absolutely got to tap in sooner. Like I
appreciate
said,
you so much.
Highlighting y'all, posting everything y'all do, man, and keep going with it because this is incredible, man.
Hey, we're rooting for you, brother. We're rooting for you and your business.
Hey, like I said, we coming out there, man. We got to do some restaurants. We got to hit the town, man. So
whenever y'all ready,
roll out the red carpet for us when we come out there.
Most definitely, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Peace.
Hey,
dope, man.
Love, man.
Much love.
Appreciate you, man.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man, yet another one, folks. Yet another phenomenal.
Again, if you guys are not on donisdope, real talk, like this ain't cap. This ain't. The dude hype. Is amazing, bro.
It really is.
Facts.
Y'all got a taste of it from what Iceberg just showed you in a couple slides. Phenomenal artwork.
The work that he did on this Spitter joint, and this is anybody know, like, you know, Nino, J Camp, shout out to J Camp, man. Hold it down over there.
All day.
J Camp put me on the Spitter, let's be clear. And also Nino put me on it as well. The stuff that he's done for Spitter, Currency, if y'all know Mr. Currency, we know Mr. Spitter Andretti. This is just amazing. The visual that he did for the signature moves is just amazing. The time he puts into the work is amazing. And I hope Nino, you get up with this dude and do something dope with him, man. With the music that you're doing, I can see y'all collabing on something too, man. Y'all got to link up too, man. So shout out to Nino holding it down as well. But again, you know, fresh out, man. We just want to hit y'all with a Saturday joint, man. Any words before we get out of here, Bebo?
Yeah, just much love to donisdope for gracing us with his time. Much love to the Fresh Out Camp and all of you all watching and just soaking up those pearls of wisdom and that experience that you got. And you know what? Speaking of art and visual alchemy, shout out to our guy, the creator.
Shout out Omar.
Shout out to Omar. You know what I'm saying? Dope cat, you know, met him at Vincent's University. You know, he had the portfolio, and that was like his resume of just phenomenal graphic work. You know, he's a great artist, a great graphic designer, and more importantly, a great father. That's all about positive energy anytime you see him. So shout out, if you're ever watching this or get the chance to, man.
Hey, man, shout out to O, and also shout out to Sonny, man. Like both of those guys we saw at college.
Yep.
Hey, man, Indiana got some talented dudes, man. Real talk. Sonny, and this thing, I want to say both of those guys are giving some pieces to some celebs too.
Yeah, so, I think so. Yeah.
We'll put that information in the comment section, man. Hit them up if you need these pieces. But again, donisdope, man. The journey that he's been around.
Yeah.
DC, Miami, NY, and now you're in Cali. And the stuff that he's been doing with Spike, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta bless him. Go to the website. Man. Go cop some gear, man. The gear is fire. I definitely see J Kent wearing this stuff because J Kent got the swag. You know what I'm saying? Also, like I said, speaking of art, man, we got to talk about Nino. Go check out his brand called Don't Be Fake. Come on, especially out of LA, Don't Be Fake. So go check out his joint too. You know what I'm saying? So Sonny, man, I gotta hit up Sonny on the FB joint, man. But Sonny got some dope patents, man. He's ill. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sonny all day, man.
Peace
And
to
Older
Sonny,
Creator.
man. Yeah.
But any words before we get out of here, man?
That was it, man. Like you said, peace to Donna's dope. Check him out on those platforms that y'all heard already. Check out the Creator. I think it's Omar-Sean.com. And peace to everybody checking us out on these bonus interviews that y'all been receiving.
Man. Yeah, y'all get some love, man, tonight, man. So, but again, shout out LB the Podfather, man. Touch, Texas Brown Sugars in the building,
Texas
man.
Brown Sugar,
Devon, man. We wait for Devon. We ain't see Devon, man. Shout out to Devon, man.
Simply Marvelous.
All the guys always hold us down, man.
Yeah, Simply Marvelous. Y'all still
shout out to Nightmare too.
Nightmare.
Simply Marvelous, man, holding it down tonight, man.
And all the creators out there, keep going. Yeah. Keep going to all the creators out there.
You know what I'm
saying? Like Donna's dope said.
Again, Bloodline. Shout out to Bloodline, man. We just basically,
Nino
was
Beige,
just chatting back and forth,
Bloodline.
man. Nino, come on, man. So, again, we just came through, man. Show Donna's dope some love. Give him his flowers.
Yeah.
And again, check us out Wednesday, 9:30, man. We may have a little special situation for y'all, man. Giving y'all a little hint. But other than that, man, Fresh Out, Bebo P, J Kemp, LB the Podfather, man. We out, man. Another dope one, man.
Peace.